There's some agendas if people want to.
Okay.
Hey, Jane. How are you?
Yeah, right. It's like there's some agendas.
Welcome, everybody.
We're ready to do the oath of office for the mayor. And thank you for having me, everyone. Happy New Year.
Well, thank you for coming. She's very busy today. We're municipality.
It's good busy. I enjoy it. Are you ready,
I'm ready.
Okay. Raise your right hand. I, Timothy Carney,
I, Timothy Carney,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations, Mayor.
No, I think everybody's
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I just want to give them 20 minutes left. Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Thanks, Deborah. So we're going to keep moving along and swear in our re-elected and newly elected council members. And as the mayor, now that I've been duly sworn, I can actually do stuff like this. It's kind of cool. Okay, so Michael Carey, who else says? You have anything to swear upon? Or you...
Yes. Can I join you?
Of course, you may. Nice to see you. Happy New Year to you, too.
Will the kids?
Kids can come too, yeah.
Sure. Any family members. Wow.
Could you move over just a little bit, sir?
Just one on.
Slide right over the voice.
Hand on it?
So you put your, hold your right hand up on your left hand. Okay. I, Michael Carey,
I, Michael Carey,
do solemnly swear,
do solemnly affirm
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It's all very official. Next, newly elected Sarah Grady. Stand next to you and hold it up. There, you both got to hold it up. I, Sarah Graydon,
I, Sarah Graydon,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
newly elected Betsy Larson. Left hand down, your right hand up. I, Betsy Larson,
I, Betsy Larson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations. And lastly, re-elected Lauren McKinney.
I had no idea they were doing this. Do I want to hold this?
Left hand on the deck. I, Lauren McKinney,
I, Lauren McKinney,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations. Thanks everybody for coming. This has been a really an historic day in Delaware County for all sorts of really good reasons. I think I wanted to thank Leanne Kruger-Branke, who's our state rep. Leanne is personally responsible for an awful lot of, particularly women entering into campaigns this year, and we're really grateful to have her represent us in Paris.
Amen.
We're going to reorganize, and this is the one time of year where I actually get to preside over the meeting. This is very exciting for me. Okay, welcome everybody. This is actually a few minutes earlier than you would normally start, but this is great. So, I start with an introduction of the council members for the year 2018. Michael Carey, Sarah Graydon, Betsy Larson, Lauren McKinney, Ross Mundy, Mary Watt, they're really cool, and David Creedy. So, I note that all are present. Jane is present. Our solicitor is not. So I would call for a nomination, an election for council president. Do I have a nomination?
I'd like to nominate Dave Cregan as president.
Nomination for David Cregan. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second from Michael Carey. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? David, I think you're elected president.
Thank you, members.
I got to do this.
That's your last chance.
Almost. Now we call for a nomination election for a vice president for Borough Council. Do I have any nominations?
Yes, I nominate Mary Walk.
Okay, nomination of Mary Walk. Do I hear a second?
Second. Who's the second?
Betsy second.
Betsy second.
Betsy second. Any discussion? Do I hear a, do we have any votes for Mary Walk for vice president?
Yes.
Yes?
Aye.
Vote yes?
Aye. Aye.
Unanimous. Congratulations, Mary Walk. Two for two today.
I am. I think I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. Thank you.
Okay. With that, I'm going to hand the gavel over to our new council president, David Frieden.
All right, so now begins our regular council session. First of all, I want to wish everyone a happy new year and thank you all for coming. I wish we had a turnout like this at all of our council meetings. Most of you are probably here for the ceremony, but you're welcome to stay for the rest of it as well. It's fascinating. And if in any given week or month you can't make a meeting, you can always watch it on, which channel is it, Jane?
YouTube.
YouTube, yes.
It's on YouTube.
I don't know where,
Accessible from our website.
I don't know where we rank on YouTube, but I'm telling you, it's good stuff, and it really is great to see so many people here. All right, so first order of business is public comment. There are a lot of you here. Is there anyone here among the public that would care to address council on any matter whatsoever? Hearing none, I call the public comment session to a close. Next up is nominations for the position of President Pro Tem of the Council. And you may be wondering what that person does. But in the event that the President and the Vice President should both be absent for a meeting, and there are 5 members present, there's a quorum, then you need a President Pro Tem to run that meeting. So I will now entertain nominations for the position of President Pro Tem.
I nominate Michael Carey.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor of Michael Carey as President Pro Tem, say aye.
Aye.
So it is. Michael, congratulations. And before I get off the subject of congratulations, I want to first of all congratulate Tim on his reelection as mayor, of course. And I know we'll be working well together the next couple of years in that capacity, and perhaps others, I hope. And of course, Mary at Register of Wills. I don't know, I had the privilege of being at that ceremony this morning at the Media Courthouse. It was very, very impressive and almost moving. Seriously, it was really great. And of course, congratulations to our newly elected and re-elected council members. And thanks to all of you as well for taking the time and devoting the energy to serving the people of this borough. All right, now comes the fun part of the meeting. And that is, I'm just kidding, folks, it's not really that fun. But this is where we have to make some appointments, both in borough administration and to various council committees. So first of all, we need to appoint our borough manager and secretary, currently Jane Billings. And this can be done by motion. Do I have a motion to appoint or reappoint Jane Billings as a borough manager and secretary?
So moved.
I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. An enthusiastic aye. Next, appointment of the borough solicitor. Currently, Robert Scott. Bob can't be here tonight because he has business, and believe it or not, we're not his only client in another borough. Do I have a motion to appoint Robert Scott as Swarthmore Borough solicitor?
So moved.
A second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Robert Scott is appointed borough solicitor. Next, appointment of the Borough Engineer, currently Pannoni Associates. Do I have a motion to reappoint Pannoni Associates as Borough Engineer?
So moved.
A second?
Second. Oh, sorry.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pannoni Associates is appointed Borough Engineer. Next, Borough Treasurer. As you probably know, Nancy Carrillo is our Borough Treasurer, and she also has the authority to collect taxes and fees. She's our tax collector as well. Do I have a motion to appoint or reappoint Nancy Carrillo as Borough Treasurer with authority to collect taxes and fees?
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nancy Carrillo is appointed Borough Treasurer with the authority to collect taxes and fees. Lastly, Jane, did you have a chance?
Yes, she said yes.
Great, okay. Lastly, we need to appoint a chair of our vacancy board. And that position is currently filled by Peg Christensen. She has agreed to continue to do that. Do I have a motion to appoint Peg Christensen chair of the vacancy board?
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Done. Peg Christensen has been reappointed as chair of the vacancy board. Now comes truly the fun part. Appointment to council committees. I've had a chance to talk to most, I think, well, actually all of you about what you might like to do in the coming 2 years, and I tried to take everyone's wishes into account, and I think everyone got at least his or her second choice, if not first choice. So here goes. First of all, the Environment Committee. Lauren, you indicated a desire to continue to chair the Environment Committee, so thank you very much. And members of the committee will be Mike Carey and Sarah Graydon. Next is the Finance and Community Development Committee, currently chaired by Mike Carey. Mike, you'll continue in that position. I know you said you would. Members of the committee will be Ross Schmucke and Sarah Graydon. Next, General Government and Human Services. Sarah, I'd like you to serve as chair of that committee, and Mike Carey and Betsy Larson will be members of that committee with you. Public Safety. Mary, thank you so much. Mary has agreed to step up and be chair of the Public Safety Committee, something that's near and dear to my heart. And Ross Schmucke and Betsy Larson will join you on that committee. Public Works, Parks, and Recreation. Ross, I'd like you to serve as chair of that committee, and Lauren and Mary will serve in that committee with you.
Great.
Lastly, Planning and Zoning. Betsy, I'd like you to serve as chair of the Planning and Zoning Committee, and Mary Walk and Lauren will serve with you on that committee. Those are all the committee appointments. Any questions about any of that? Yeah. Thank you. All right. What's that, Jane? Sorry. Since the membership of many of these committees is new, normally, we have to advertise committee meetings. So normally, as soon in the year as we can, we like to come up with the dates for the regular committee meetings. I mean, obviously, circumstances change, and sometimes those dates and times have to change. But, I'm guessing that you probably have not had a chance to think, since the committees aren't really constituted, about that yet. So I'm not putting any pressure on anyone. But if any of the committees here or chairs of the committees think that they would like to continue with the dates that we've had in the past, or have a new date to advise us of, we'd be happy to do that.
I would like to stick with what we do for public safety, which is the third Tuesday of the month.
That's right.
At 7:30 p.m.
Right.
And that, I was already on the committee, so that's fine with me. I don't know
Okay.
if that works for anybody else.
Third Tuesday at 7:30?
Great.
Any other committees are willing to make that commitment now, or do you want to wait?
probably best to discuss with you.
Okay, all right, so we'll wait. Well, thanks, Mary. Yes, Ross?
Public Works has been meeting, I think, on the third Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
The fourth Thursday at 8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m.
Morning.
Public Works, so it's gotta be.
Right,
Yeah.
because he to attend, it's
Yeah.
kind of got to be in the
Let's
morning.
keep
For
that.
the engineer as
That's
well.
fine.
We
We
go.
can always change it.
So what are we going to do third Thursday at 8?
Fourth
Fourth Thursday. Keep it in the fourth.
at 8.
At 8:30.
At 8:30.
Fourth
I think 8:30 is
Thursday
good.
at 8:30.
All right. And we'll leave it up to the rest of you to decide and let us all know what your regular meeting dates will be.
Actually, can I ask?
Yes,
Can I ask when the planning and zoning
Yes.
has been meeting?
it's been the fourth Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. Is that
PM.
right?
It's Thursday though, isn't it? The fourth Thursday at
4:30.
7:30?
Same day as Public Works, but at night, 7:30 at night.
Thursday, fourth Thursday.
Fourth
The
Thursday.
fourth Thursday at 7:30
Yeah.
p.m.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay, that's
right.
much.
So, okay, great.
Do you want to
Um,
do that?
I'm okay keeping that.
I mean, as Mary Laura, you had those dates anyway.
But
That's when
I'm
you
also,
can do it.
I'm okay
They're
talking
fine.
about it.
It works for me, but it's up to you guys.
Let me just think about it.
Sure.
Oh, wait,
No,
sure.
we
That-
have a
Actually, that
meeting
works
in
for me.
3.
You know, that works for me. If you guys want to keep that, let's just keep that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Wow, we're making some real progress.
Our partners.
Amazing.
If you want to stick with the same one, I'm okay.
Well, I think we'll figure something.
Okay, okay. Yeah, there may be more convenient time, so. All right, if there's no more committee business, Jane, are there other appointments we should be making?
I think Mary has some appointments ready to go for Planning Commission and Zoning Hearing Board if you want to make them now. There's no reason to not do that.
The two new appointments, yes, for the Planning Commission.
I think they're reappointments, right? The 3-year terms.
Yes, we need to appoint Don Jones and David Virgil to a new term on the Planning Commission because I think Don was filling in John Pender's unexpired term and David's term has now expired and he is re-upping.
So those are 3-year terms. People want to. Is it? I don't have my
I
thing in
think
front
they're
of me.
4-year.
Whatever the statutory term
I
is.
think
Well,
it's
I'll get it
4 years.
corrected.
Okay. So
It seems like 4.
I would recommend reappointing the two of them, David Virgil and Don Jones, to the Planning Commission.
Would you like to
Make a motion.
make a motion?
I so move.
Is there a second?
My second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, let's have a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Chair votes aye. Approved. Thank you.
You want to do your zoning hearing board?
To move the alternate over? Okay.
That's definitely a priority.
Okay. Mike Peters, who was the chair of the zoning hearing board, his term expired at the end of the year. And now we would like to have Ruthie Cohen, who is the alternate, move into a regular seat on the zoning hearing board, and then we will look for a new alternate. So I would like to, I am making a motion to appoint Ruthie Cohen to a 5-year term on the zoning hearing board as a regular member.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Done. Thank you.
Thank you.
And please thank them for
Yes.
stepping up.
So I'll send around a list of vacancies. Each of these committees or councils or whatever they are, it's more or less associated with a committee. And I'll put what committee that is and then what the vacancies are. You can choose to talk to the person who's leaving, see if they want to be appointed again. You can put notices in the paper. You can put notices on next door Swarthmore. There's no set rule on how people are, how people join committees. It is nice to get it done towards the beginning of the year so they're sort of stocked up and ready to go.
Thank you, Jane. Is there any other business?
Are we looking for someone new for the Civil Service Commission? I don't remember where we left
Yeah,
that.
we are.
Okay,
We are.
okay.
Because the alternate does not automatically.
Right, we have to appoint him.
We have
That's
to
it.
appoint him and then appoint an alternate if that's what if that's what he wants to do.
I have not spoken to
I
him.
was going to say,
Yes.
has anyone talked to him?
I have not, but I will do
Okay.
that,
All right.
and then
Okay.
I'll report back.
Great. Thanks, Mary. Ross?
We talked at the last meeting about, Michael, about the finance committee meeting on the 22nd. Is that still on?
Well, I think we're going to figure out what day works the best. Yeah, so we'll resolve that.
But there will be a meeting in January?
There will be, yeah.
Okay. Any other business? Mr. Mayor, it's your turn again. Twice in the same meeting.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a quick look ahead to 2018. We're going to continue to work on implementing the recommendations from the Aging in Place Task Force. I think we're making real progress with various committees on council, and look forward to continuing that work through the year. We're going to look forward to finally getting our crosswalks rebuilt. I think all the permits are now approved and in hand. The only problem we have now, of course, is the weather. So when the weather warms up again, we should see real construction other than just saw cuts in the pavement and a couple some spray painted marks. But that'll be wonderful to get those done and to continue our march towards a more pedestrian-friendly borough. I look forward to working with all of you on council again. This is I'm really pleased to be mayor once again. It really has been a very enlightening and interesting past 4 years for me personally. And who knows, there may be some other things in my future coming up as well. So thank you all, and on to 2018.
Thank you, Tim. That's great. Jane?
I would like to have a brief executive session to discuss a personnel matter at the conclusion of the meeting.
Thank you, Jane. Bob's not here. So I entertain a motion to adjourn this public session and go into executive session.
So moved.
We're in. Thank you. Members of the public, thank you again so much for coming. We're going into an executive session. So the public portion of the meeting is over. Thanks again, and happy New Year.